Hi page turners, have you ever wondered why some people achieve their dreams while others don't? Kita semua pasti punya mimpi kan? Mau masuk kampus impian, punya karir yang bagus, bikin orang tua bangga, atau simply become the best version of ourselves. But if having a dream was enough, everyone would have already been living in their dream life. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about success is that we only focus on having a big dreams. But after reading one book, I realized maybe we've been missing the most important part all along. The book is Dream, Do, and Pray karya Emragi Salmaududi. First of all, video ini bukan full book review ya, and aku juga nggak akan nge-spill semua isi bukunya. I just wanna share a few lessons that genuinely made me reflect on the way I see success. Menurut aku, buku ini nggak cuma ngajarin kita cara untuk mengejar mimpi, tapi juga ngajarin kita untuk bertanya kenapa kita mengejar mimpi ini. And honestly, I think that's a question that we don't ask ourselves enough. Selama ini kita sering banget ditanya mau jadi apa nanti, mau kuliah di mana, apa cita-cita kamu, tapi jarang banget ada yang nanya kenapa kamu menginginkan itu. Padahal menurut aku, alasan sebuah mimpi itu jauh lebih penting daripada mimpinya sendiri. Karena kadang kita mengajar sesuatu cuma karena orang lain juga ikut mengejarnya. Masuk jurusan tertentu karena prestis, pengen punya pekerjaan tertentu karena kelihatannya keren, atau pengen sukses supaya diakui orang lain. Dan itu bikin aku sadar kalau ternyata having a dream is not enough. You also need the right reason. One of the biggest lessons from this book is that as Muslims, our dream should begin with the right intention. Not just to gain recognition, not just to prove ourselves, but ultimately to seek our pleasures. Because when our intention is connected to Allah, our success is no longer measured only by achievements. It becomes something much deeper, something that gives peace, purpose, and meaning. Dreaming is easy, doing is hard. Kalau boleh jujur, ini bagian yang paling relate buat aku karena dreaming is fun, nulis goals di jurnal seru, bikin vision board juga seru, ngebayangin future version of ourselves is also fun. Tapi pas masuk ke tahap konsisten ngelakuinnya, that's where things get difficult. Kadang kita terlalu sibuk membayangkan masa depan sampai lupa ngerjain apa yang ada di depan mata. Padahal mimpi itu dibangun dari hal-hal kecil yang dilakukan setiap hari. Belajar 1 jam lebih lama, nyelesain tugas tepat waktu, dan belajar buat berani meskipun belum sempurna. Those little actions don't seem impressive at first, but over time, they are the ones that create extraordinary results. Tapi yang bikin buku ini beda dari kebanyakan buku self-development adalah satu kata di judul terakhirnya, yaitu pray. We live in a world that constantly tell us to work harder, push harder, do more. And while hard work is absolutely important, this book is reminds us of something equally important. You are not in control of everything. You can study for hours, you can prepare as much as possible, you can give your best, but the outcome has always belonged to God. And I think that's such a comforting reminder. Prayer is never replacement for effort. Prayers walk alongside effort. As Muslims, we're taught to strive with excellence while placing our trust in Allah. Not because we are giving up responsibility, but because we understand that there are limits to what we can control. Kalau dengar kata sukses, mungkin yang langsung kepikiran adalah nilai bagus, masuk kampus impian, punya banyak uang, atau punya pekerjaan yang keren. Aku juga dulu mikirnya kayak gitu, tapi buku ini bikin aku ngelihat definisi sukses dari sudut pandang yang berbeda. It reminded me that true success is not simply about reaching our goals. True success is becoming someone who is loved by God, someone who fulfills their responsibility, someone who uses the blessings God has given to benefit others. Because at the end of the day, our achievements may impress people, but our sincerity is what matters before God. Sebagai remaja, aku juga sering ngerasa harus punya semuanya figure it out. Harus tahu mau kuliah di mana, harus punya planning 5 tahun ke depan, harus terus berprestasi, padahal hidup itu nggak selalu berjalan sesuai rencana. Dan buku ini ngingetin aku kalau mungkin yang paling penting bukan seberapa cepat kita sampai, tapi siapa diri kita selama perjalanan itu. Karena percuma kalau kita berhasil mencapai tujuan, tapi kita kehilangan nilai-nilai yang seharusnya kita jaga. Perhaps success is not about having more, perhaps success is about becoming better. A better student, a better daughter or son, a better friend, and above all, a better servant of God. So, wherever you are in your journey right now, I hope you continue to dream fearlessly, work hardly, and pray sincerely. Because perhaps the greatest success is not reaching every dream we have. Perhaps it's becoming the kind of person God wants us to be while chasing those dreams. If you achieve every dream you wanted but lose your relationships with God along the way, would you still call that success? Think about it, and that's today's patch. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Shayba Harris, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep turning pages and keep growing. Bye!